evening, everybody. Welcome to the ECR's UseNet number 135 for 14 November 2025. My name is Carlos, N1CBM, and along with Vicky, KE8VKY in Deluxe, and keeping us straight, we have two of the bestest and greatest controllers the ECR has to offer. Grayson, KG4BUT over in Orlando, and Ivan, KE2EGF over in Gasport, New York. Tonight, we're going to have an mission with all the ECR users out there. We have to break the record we had last week for 64 check-ins. So everything is valid, ins and outs, mobiles, general check-ins. If you're in a lunar rover, you can check in too. If you're flying to Jupiter, you can do it also. Help us get out a smile in this case and break that 64 check-in record for last week. With that being said, a couple of announcements. The text line is available for your text check-ins. If you're shy and you want to avoid those pile-ups, you can do text line via 716-317-9050, or if you fancy the email way, is text@ecr.radio. The question for tonight is, what's your favorite dessert? What's your favorite dessert? That's easy and super nice. That being said, we're going to go with the first round of check-ins here for the UseNet. Anybody, anywhere? If you're mobile, in and out, if you want to do just text check-in or email, come now with the call signs twice.
Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor. Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor. Chris.
Whiskey Bravo 8, Oscar Delta Foxtrot, WB8ODF.
Kilowatt Charlie 1, Whiskey Zulu, Quebec, Temporary Alpha Golf.
Kilo Quebec 4, November Papa Alpha, KQ4 in.
Bravo Golf Lima, Lawrence. Well, Clayton, North Carolina, but Cary, North Carolina.
Alpha India 8 Whiskey, Portable, Virginia. Alpha India 8 Whiskey, Portable, Virginia.
Kilowatt Delta 4, Romeo Hotel Lima, KQ4 RDF.
KR4, COH, Kilo Romeo 4, Charlie Oscar Hotel, Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Kilo Quebec 4, Yankee Golf Echo, Richlands, North Carolina.
All right, that's a good, strong start for the first round of check-ins. Thank you, guys. And I'm recognizing from the bottom up, KQ4, YGE, KR4, COH, KE9, DFF, AI, 8W, KR4, BGL, KQ4, NPA, KC1, WSET, Q, WB8, ODF, KB8, PLV, K1MCO, J from Orlando, Florida, N3DQD, KD3HAN, KQ8U, Bob from Ecorse, Michigan, KQ4UPK, Chris, AK4G, Jim, and W2SAL. The first up for the first 30 minutes of this net is Grayson. You have the con. This is Carlos, N1CBM, sending it over to you.
W2SAL, South from Teak, Tanaga, New York, you can go.
Evening, Grayson, and the rest of the controllers out there. My favorite dessert is warm apple pie, and it's got to have French vanilla ice cream on top. And I can see Carlos is drooling already from that. With that, I'll send it back to net control. W2SAL clear.
Alright, Simply Sal. Next up, AK4G, Jim from Jacksonville, New York.
Everyone on the Usenet, my favorite dessert is chocolate cake. Hope everyone has a super fantastic weekend. AK4G.
Alright, Jim. Next up, KQ4 UPK, Chris from Hollywood, Florida. You have 28 seconds.
Hey there, everybody on the Usenet tonight. Grayson, Ivan, everybody, Carlos. I have to say, Carlos, I can agree with me on this one. Siciliano's custard, and it has to be layered with tons of apples. That would be my favorite. That's my favorite dessert, bar none. I'll pass it back to the net control. This is KQ4 UPK.
Alright, Simply see you, Chris. Next up, KQ8U, Bob from East Coast, Michigan. You have 69 seconds.
Good evening, Grayson and the rest of the Usenet. My favorite dessert would be pumpkin pie with vanilla ice cream on it. You're doing a fine job. Very good weekend. KQ8U, back to net.
Alright, Simply see Bob. Next up, KD3, Adrian, Anna from Vivo, Pennsylvania. You have 17 seconds.
Good evening, Grayson, and everyone else on the net tonight. My favorite dessert is strawberry pie. Have a good night. 83 AJN.
Alright, Simply see you, Anna. Next up, N3D2D, Ray from Bevo, Pennsylvania. You have 19 seconds.
Good evening, Grayson and Carlos and everyone else in the Zoom room and here on the net. Donuts are my favorite kind of dessert, and I don't care what kind of donuts. I just really like donuts. Back to net. This is N3DQD.
Alrighty, Simply see you. Next up, K1MCO, Jay from Orlando, Florida. You have 5 check-ins.
Okay, good evening, Grayson, and good evening to everybody on the Usenet. This is K1MCO in Orlando. My favorite dessert is pecan pie. Pecan pie is one of my favorite desserts out there. Send it back to you, Grayson. Good job. K1MCO.
Alright, Simply see Jay. I wonder how many people are actually coming from Discord. Simply see you, Jay. Next up, K8POB, Chris, Novi, Michigan. You have 19 check-ins.
Hello, Grayson, and everyone on the net. Hope everyone's having a good Friday. Put me down for apple bundt cake. I like it because it's a side. It has crust all over it, and my mom made it for me every birthday, and now my wife does. You're doing a great job. Everyone have a good weekend ahead. This is KB8POV. Back to net.
Alrighty, Simply see Chris. Next up, But by the way, plus you have 19 seconds, but I didn't really say that. So please to you. Next up, ODF, Dave from Ypsilanti, Michigan. You have 29 seconds.
Wow, that's a whole lot more than I thought I had. Hi, Grayson, Carlos, and even coming up, I guess, at the bottom of the hour. Mine is very simple. I love Jell-O. I don't care if you put the marshmallows and fruit in it. Jell-O would be my number one answer. Thanks, WB8ODF.
Alrighty, some please to Dave. Next up, KC1, WZQ, Nicholas, Body, I don't remember what MA stands for exactly.
Roger that. This is Kilowatt Charlie 1 in PBD, Massachusetts. I'm currently in a youth center right now, so yeah. Good to hear everyone on the net. My favorite dessert is can't go wrong with some cookie dough ice cream. All right, have a good night. This is Kilowatt Charlie 1, Whiskey Zulu, Quebec, temporary Alpha Golf in PBD, Massachusetts. Back to net.
Alright, some please see Nicholas. Next up, KQ NPA, Brian from Huntsville, Alabama.
Hey, good evening, Grayson, and to everyone on the net. You're doing a great job. My favorite dessert is yellow cake with chocolate icing, just like my grandma used to make. Hope everyone has a great evening and a good weekend. KQ4 NPA, back to net.
Simply see Brian. Next up, by the way, Brian, you have free check-ins to the youth net. Next up, KL4 BGL, Lawrence from Crawley, North Carolina. You have one check-in.
I am at a... And I have got to say that my favorite dessert is cookie dough ice cream covered in a Hershey chocolate sauce. Anyways, back to Nat.
Alright, some please see you, Lawrence. Next up, AI8W Chris from Allen Park, Michigan. You have one check-in. Alright, AI8W Chris from Allen Park, Michigan. Are you with us? Alright, in and out it is, Chris. Some please see you if you can, hear us. Next up, KE9DFF from Milton, Wisconsin. You have 4 check-ins.
Good evening, Grayson, and the rest of the net. Favorite dessert is going to be a strawberry pie, but it's got to have whole strawberries, not sliced, and the whipped cream on top's got to be at least 2 inches thick. And if you can't do the whipped cream, I will settle for Cool Whip. Thanks a lot, guys. Back to net control. Kilo Echo 9, Delta Fox.
see you, Evan. Next up, KR4 CO8, Hector from Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Good evening to the net. Carlos. My favorite dessert is flan. Gotta be koya, flan, also known as custard pudding. If not that, 1 or 2 cannolis. Top of the evening once again to the net. May we all have a great weekend, safe weekend. KL4COH, monitoring again.
Alright, some police to Hector. Next up, KQ4YGE from North Carolina. You have 14 check-ins.
This is Kilo Quebec 4, Yankee Golf Echo. Good evening to the net. Great job tonight, as always, on the youth net. Motivate this Marine every time I hear you guys out there conducting net control operations. My favorite dessert would be pecan pie. Can't go wrong with pecan pie. Other than that, I hope everybody has a great rest of the night. Kilo Quebec 4, Yankee Golf Echo, back to net.
Alright, some police to Kenneth. Next up, Glenn from Glen Boy, don't remember. MD stand for Michigan, maybe? I don't know.
That would be the wonderful state of Maryland. You know, my favorite dessert is a nice chilled piece of coconut cream pie. Anyway, back to you, Grayson.
I should have known that. Yeah, it was Michigan. No, not Michigan, Maryland. My point is not functioning. Please see Glenn. Next up, K2 DJQ. Jim from Spencerport, New York.
Greetings, everybody on the net tonight. My favorite dessert is ice cream. In particular, Perry's brand has a Rocky Mountain Raspberry, which is really good, and a one that's very deep chocolate, one called Queen of Hearts. So, back to the net. This is KE2 DJQ.
Alright, some free C Jim. Next up, KQ4GOI, Chris from Paris, Florida.
Good evening, Grayson, Carlos, everyone on the net. Another vote for apple pie with vanilla ice cream. French vanilla, that is. KQ4GLY, back to you.
Alright, some free C Bonnie. No, not Bonnie. Some free C Chris. 888WI, Bonnie from Portsmouth, Ohio. You have 12 check-ins.
Good evening, Grayson, Carlos, and everyone on the net. I figured I must be next since she said my name. So, yeah, it's for me. It's my favorite dessert's probably it's a toss-up between either chocolate pie or blueberry pie. So back to you, 73 to all, 888WI.
Alright, some free C Bonnie. Next up, we have KZ5 MRL, Luke from...
My favorite dessert would probably be dewberry pie with ice cream on top of it. KJ5 MR out. Net control.
Alrighty, simply to not Kate, look, Luke, I was looking at the location. Simply to Luke. Next up, KE8SMN, Jeff from Rochester. Yep, 28 seconds.
Good evening, Grayson, and everyone on the Usenet. This is KE8SMN. Well, I'm going to make it 3 in a row. Blueberry pie with vanilla ice cream on top. KE8SMN. Back to net.
Alright, some please to Jeff. Next up, 32 RBC, Randy from West Cessna, New York. 46 seconds.
Good evening, Grayson, Ivan, Carlos, and everyone on the Usenet. My favorite dessert is homemade peanut butter pie. I make it with graham cracker crust and a whipped cream topping. Back to net control, 73 to all, W2 RBC.
Alright, some please to Randy. Next up, 35 GHR, from Katy, Texas.
Good evening, Net Control. This is Brian, W5GHR. My favorite dessert is a butter pecan cake with a buttercream icing with whole pecans on top of the icing. Very good, and get it for my birthday every year. Back to your Net Control, W5GHR.
Alrighty, some please to you, Brian. Next up, KP Joe from East Ciante, New York. I'm trying my hardest, I suppose. You have 6 seconds.
Yeah, this is K2AP. My favorite dessert is rice pudding, although it's very hard to get on Long Island, but it is one of my favorite desserts, not the favorite. I think that's K2AP.
Alrighty, simply Cito. Next up, NJT and Nick from Toledo, Ohio.
Good evening, everybody on Newsnet. For me, I think it is some Moose Tracks ice cream. W8NJT, back to Net Control.
Alright, simply Cito. Next up, W8NJT, Nick from Toledo, Ohio. You have 5 seconds. W8NJT and Nick from Toledo, Ohio. Are you... Oh, wait. Hold on, no. I see it in here. Never mind. Simply see Nick. Next up, KM4CTB, Donnie from Jackson, Florida. You have 17 seconds.
Well, good evening, Grayson, everybody on the net. KM4CTB, Jacksonville Beach, Florida. We'll have to work on that 17. For the dessert, my favorite is pineapple upside down cake. Appreciate you doing the net. You're doing a great job, Grayson. KM4CTB, back to net.
Alright, simply see Nick. No, simply see Donnie, I meant. Next up, I will hand it back over to Carlos to call for more check-ins.
thanks very much for that, Grayson. Awesome job. Great job by the East Coast Reflector family. I knew they wouldn't let us down. So let's keep the energy up and go for that second round of check-ins. Before that, quick reminder, text line 716-317-9050 or email text@ecr.radio. This is Carlos, N1CBM. I'm looking for ins and outs. Ins and outs, if you're shy, you want to just put your call sign in the log, come in right now for the ins and outs.
Kilo Quebec 4, Golf Whiskey Oscar. Kilo Quebec 4, Golf Whiskey Oscar. Kilo Quebec 4, Golf Whiskey Oscar.
Alpha Whiskey X-Ray. Kilo Echo 2 Alpha Whiskey X-Ray.
Kilo 5 Yankee November.
KJ5 MSX. Kilo Juliet 5 Mike Sierra X-Ray.
Okay, we got three of those in and outs, KJ5 MSX, KE2AWX, and KQ4GWO. Thank you very much for dropping in and saying hello. We're going to take general check-ins. Remember, guys, we're on a mission tonight. We got to surpass this. We're coming strong at 27 minutes. We already have like 34, 35 check-ins. So if we keep this energy going, energy flowing, we can beat the morning brew. Remember, it's only 64 check-ins we did last week, but you have to multiply that times 2 because we do it in 1 hour. So that would be 128 check-ins. Let's keep it up to see if we can bark at the morning brew cave. And remember, I don't bite. General check-ins come with your call signs twice and slow.
KE2EHI, KE2EHI.
B1BA2,
Bravo X-Ray Hotel, Kilo Echo 2, Bravo X-Ray Hotel, mobile.
KB3 VPK, KB3 VPK.
K4JKA, Kilo 4 Juliet, Kilo Alpha. Rate, Taylorsville, North Carolina.
Kilo Delta 4 Romeo Hotel Lima KD4 RHL.
W2HAF, Kilo Delta 3 Alpha Juliet Sierra, Richmond, Pennsylvania.
Kilo Bravo 2 Delta Yankee. KB2DY. Huntington Station, New York.
Yankee November Uniform K5YNU, Warren and Conroe, Texas. Mobile in and out.
KJ5 MLZ, KJ5 Mike Lima Zulu in and out.
KJ5 Mike Echo Lima, Austin, Texas. KJ5 Mike Echo Lima, Austin, Texas.
Okay, that's a great list right there. Thank you very much. I hope the energy for the third round of check-ins come as hard as this one. Let's recognize from the bottom up, KJ5 MEL, KJ5 MLC, KB2 DY,
KD3HAS, W2KJV, KD4RHL, KB3BPK, KE2BXH, Bill, and 2BH. You know I have to say it. 2 Harleys, soon. KA8BYU, KE2EHI, K4JKA, and Jeff, KE0GKF. That's the list we're going to run now, and I'm going to send it back to Grayson for another 3 or 4 check-ins, and then he's going to send it to Ivan. Jason, this is Carlos, N1CBM. Grayson, this is Carlos, N1CBM, saying you have it.
Alrighty, thanks. KE0GKF, Jeff from I don't remember what any stands for again. My brain isn't working today, so seconds.
I think you were calling me there, Grayson. Good evening, everyone. You're doing great on the net here. I don't eat dessert a lot, but when I do, nothing goes with a nice hot cup of coffee or a glass of milk than a nice, tasty slice of cheesecake. Cheesecake. Cheesecake.
I'm hungry too. Don't make me more hungry. So please do, Jeff. Next up, K4JKA, Waymore from Taylorsville, North Carolina.
Thank you, sir. You're doing a great job on the net as well. This is Ray, K4JKA in Taylorsville. I have it too. It's either a red velvet cake or I'm also a lover of cheesecake. Thanks again. Returning back to the net, K4JKA.
Alrighty, some free C Joe. No. Some free C Waymore, I meant. With you, I am handed over the callers to hand it over to Ivan. Simply see you next week. I probably see you, but yeah, see you next week. You get it. My brain is my brain is just not working.
I got you, Grayson. He meant to say next time. This is Carlos, N1CBM. Now we're going to go to Ivan, KE2EGF, for the rest of the bagging slot. I don't think it's going to be much bagging because we're parking here on the East Coast Reflectors Morning Brew Cave. Let's get going, Ivan. This is Carlos, N1CBM.
Yeah, thanks, Carlos. Good evening, everyone. This is Ivan, KD2EGF. I'm going to be taking the net control for the rest of the period of the net. One thing I'd like to say is great job, everyone. 47 check-ins. That's amazing. Back then, like about a year ago, that would have been a record for us. Back then we barely could push out 40, so, yeah. All right, with that, we're passing down to KE2EHI, Joe in Westfield, New York. Question of the night is, what is your favorite dessert? Please come now.
Good evening, Ivan in the net. Favorite dessert is going to have to be apple pie, and French vanilla ice cream on top is a plus. This is KE2EHI passing it back to net 7-3 all.
Joe, 73 there, and you have a good one. With that, we're going to pass it down to KA8BYU, Roy in Blaisdell, New York. Please come now.
Good evening, everybody on the Usenet, KA8BYU. Well, for me, it's a toss-up between coconut cream pie and German chocolate cake. Those are two of my favorites. Back to you.
that, 73 Roy, Northwest and down to N2BH, Bill in Palmyra, New York.
Good evening, Ivan, Carlos, Grayson, good job. I'm going to say ice cream in general. Several different flavors, and I even had the patch. Ride motorcycles and eat ice cream. N2BH.
Roger that, 73 Stu Bill, Northwest and down to KE2, BXH, Aiden in Long Beach, New York. Please come now.
BXH, School Bus Mobile. Not really School Bus Mobile. To answer the question of the night, it's a hard answer, but one of my top few, I would have to say some sort of cake. Ice cream's up there, but I would say cake. I haven't popped in here in a little while, so I thought I'd pop in. So 73s all around. Hello everyone, and back to night control. KE Mobile.
This time of year, I have to say it would be pumpkin cheesecake with chocolate chips all over the top. I'm making a mean pumpkin cheesecake for Thanksgiving. This is 3VPK, Eastern PA. Back to you, Ivan.
Roger that, 73 New Mary. You have a good one. Now we're going to send down to KD4 RHL Ernest in Bronson, Florida. Please come now.
Hi, Ivan and Nanette. Well, I had about 5 tied in my head, but for the sake of the longer tonight, I'll go with a good southern banana pudding. Back to you, sir, KD4 RHL.
Roger that, 73 New there. Ernest, Northwest on down to W2KJV, Tony in Homosassa, Florida.
Good evening, Ivan. Good evening, Grayson and Carlos. My favorite is chocolate ice cream. Back to you, W2KJV.
Northwest on down to KD3, AJS, Richard in Canuteville, Pennsylvania. Please come now.
KD3AJS, I would say my favorite would be banana cream pie. Anytime for dessert, for my meal, for anything. Good job doing the net. This is KD3AJS, 73 to everyone.
Roger that, 73 Steve there, Richard, Northwest on down to KD2DY, Pete in Huntington Station, New York. Please come now.
Thanks, Ivan. This is Pete, Huntington Station, New York. And great job on the net. Hello to everybody. My top 2 are tiramisu or cannoli. But ice cream comes up behind because the first 2 are really relegated to holidays, special occasions. So, 73s, and have a nice evening. Thank you very much. KB2DY clear.
Roger that, 73 to you, Northwest on down to KJ5, Amiel, Jose in Austin, Texas. KJ5, Amiel, Jose in Austin, Texas. Are you still with me? Alright, I guess not. We'll mark you guys in and out there. Alright, now we're going to send down to M0XRJ, Ron in Baytown, Texas. Please come now.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Appreciate you, Ivan, Grayson, Carlos, as always. Vicky, put me down for banana pudding as well. Yeah, hard to beat. But there's also some very good suggestions on the list, so thank you.
How's that, everyone? Well, that's the end of our list there. It's only 8:40, so we have 20 more minutes to go. And I want to say one thing. I'm very happy with our check-ins tonight. By the way, if we can get 71 check-ins tonight, then we will actually technically match the output of morning brew check-ins. Because 71 times 2 for 2 hours is 142. That's what they got on their last night. Anyways, with that, we're going to pass it down to Carlos for more check-ins. If you're in and out, I encourage you to come. Carlos doesn't bite unless you don't check in. So, yeah. And yeah, if you don't have mic right, and you want to come in, then, yeah, come on in. Down to you, Carlos.
Thank you, Ivan. Yes, and yes. I don't bite. I like check-ins, and I would like to surpass the 71 in an hour. That would mean that we're on par with the morning brew. And that's what we're going to do tonight, guys. I know there's a 374 connections to our East Coast Reflector. You don't have to be shy. You can help us get the numbers of the morning brew tonight. Let's get these kids with a big smile. Let's get me a big smile. Let's get Vicky and Dick and everybody in the Zoom room. Everybody in the East Coast Reflector should be happy. Let's get some check-ins. Remember, guys, text line, you don't have to wait to the round of check. Get your call sign in there. 716-317-9050. 716-317-9050 or text at ECR.radio if you fancy the email. Let's see those call signs come twice and slowly, please.
Kilo, Golf 5, Uniform, Foxtrot, Romeo, KG5, UFR.
And 2ZVN. And 2ZVN.
K7 FPS,
VK3 Alpha Whiskey Alpha, VK3 AWA.
Victor Echo 3 X-Ray India Uniform, Sean in Ottawa.
5 ADP Whiskey Delta 5 Alpha Delta Papa.
With Australia, this is AC4BR, Alpha Charlie 4, Bravo Romeo.
KD2 video, KD2 video.
Alrighty, people, we cannot let this ship sink here. We are at 56. Let's keep them coming. For tonight's Usenet, it's going to be for the record books and for the history books, number 135. Well, remember that, almost 135 check-ins if you multiply this times 2. Let's try again, a few more check-ins here for the Usenet.
KR4 DSN, KR4 Delta Sierra November.
W3 ICQ. W3 ICQ.
We're getting close. We need 6 more to break the record. I know there's some people out there who is itching to press that little fun button, as my friend Jeff from Omaha says on the morning brew. Come on, push that fun button and get your call signs in the log. You can do in and out too, no problem. We'll take it. N1 CBM, check-ins.
Alpha India 6, Sierra Bravo. Alpha India 6, Sierra Bravo.
Kilo 8 November Romeo. Kilo 8 November Romeo.
Kilo 7 Delta, Mike Kilo. Kilo 7 Delta.
Let's give it a push, guys. Three more, and we're at 64.
Kilo 7, Papa Charlie Hotel. Kilo 7, Papa Charlie Hotel, in and out.
Kilo Echo 2 Bravo Charlie Lima, that's KE2BCL. W7FTM, W7FTM.
KE2CCK, Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Kilo, in and out.
We are very proud of the ECR from the Zoom room. As the kids, everybody's happy. We're at 65 check-ins. I'm going to recognize this list and praise for all of the ham users that checked in tonight. From the bottom up, KE2CCK, Matt. W7FTM, Alex. KE2BCL, Chris. KK7PCH, Michael, you are in and out. Thanks for waving a hand. K7DMK, K8 NR, AI6 SB, W3 ICQ. You seek me or ICQ? Yeah. KR4 DSN, KD2 VNU, Derby Dan from Derby, New York, AC4 BR, WD5 ADP, VE3 XIU, VK3 AWA, K7 FBS, Fred in Reno, N2 ZBN, and KG5 UFR. Now, I'm going to rest here, enjoy the show, and send it over to Ivan, K2EGF. This is Carlos, N1 CBN.
KE4's UIQ got skipped.
I would like to say, after this, because we're probably going to be way past, yeah, we did have KE4's UIQ come in there. Normally we want to accept that during the net there, but because of the fact, we're trying to get all the check-ins, we'll accept it. Anyways, yeah, after this, I believe we're going to call for in and outs because this is going to probably go way after the net. Anyways, first off here, let's not waste any time getting into this. We're going to pass the net to KG5 UFR Jacob in Farmers Branch, Texas. The question of the night is, what is your favorite dessert? Please come now.
Well, good evening, Ivan, and the rest of the net. KG5 UFR Jacob here in Farmers Branch. And my favorite dessert actually is flan. Foxtrot Lima Alpha November flan. And think of it kind of as a, kind of as a thick custard or thing. It's usually served at a lot of Mexican restaurants with caramel sauce over the top. So it's real tasty. But that's basically it here. So thanks for picking me up. Back to that control. This is KG5 UFR.
After that, 73 to Jacob. Alright, now here we're passing down to N2 Zazian, Ellen in Kendall, New York, possibly with Maddie. Down to you.
Oh, good evening, Ivan, Carlos, and Grayson. Fantastic job. Hope you make your goal here tonight. And I do have Maddie here too, so if you don't mind us both, I'm going to put my bid in first. I got to go along with Randy with peanut butter pie, although I like to add hot fudge layer around the graham cracker crust and then have a little bit more drizzled on top. So that's what I like. And here's Maddie. She's going to tell you too.
My favorite dessert is anything chocolate.
Thank you so much for doing a net tonight. And 2ZVN, back to net control.
Copy that. Now we're passing down to FPS, Frida, in Reno, Nevada. Please come now.
Hello, Ivan, Grayson, Carlos, and everyone on the net. My choice is fresh fruit. That's what I choose. K7FPS, Fred in Reno, back to net.
Copy that, Fred. Yeah, I agree. Actually, sometimes fresh fruit is really good for a nice dessert. Anyways, now let's pass it down to VK3, AWA, Daryl in Paradise, Australia. Please come now.
Good evening, Ivan, Grayson, Carlos, and listeners. Well, I have to say I like all desserts, but my favourite would be cheesecake, so we'll go with cheesecake, Ivan. Great job, all, and thanks for being there. See you later. Back to you, Ivan.
Roger that, 73 to you, Daryl. Now let's pass it down to VE3, XIU, Sean in Nepean, Ontario, Canada. Please call. VD3XIU, Nepean, Ontario, Canada. Are you still with us? Copy that. We'll mark you as in and out. Alright, next up here, we're going to go on down to WD5 ADP. Dave in Tonawanda, New York. Please come now.
On the net, everybody. Dave here, WD5ADP. Favorite dessert? Tough choices. It's changed over time. I've gone from lemon meringue pie, and at this point, I think it's apple pie. And if you want to get a little crazy, we'll throw some vanilla ice cream on top of it. Apple pie. Thank you very much for the net, WD5ADP.
Roger that, 73 Stu Dave, Northwest and down to AC4BR, Brian in Monticello, Kentucky. Please come now.
Good evening, Ivan, I believe it is, and Grayson and everybody else, Vicky on the log there and such. First off, I want to say happy birthday to Alex. I know he's FTM, I can't remember the prefix, but over there in Phoenix area. I believe it's his birthday today. I saw on Facebook, so happy birthday. And as far as desserts, my answer would be yes. I like any kind of dessert, but I guess if you need a particular one, no bake cookies, and like right when they first get done, like make you like a 6-inch diameter fresh cookie, and then burn your lips and tongue constantly while it's trying to cool off, and then sit there and enjoy the carb coma. It's a great experience. Anyway, I'll turn it back to you all. This is AC4BR.
After that, 73 Steve Ryan and to Alex W7FTM. All right, let's pass on down to KD2 VNU, Derby Dan in Derby, New York. Please come now.
Good evening, Ivan. Good evening to everybody on the net, and happy birthday to Alex. Pumpkin pie. That would be my favorite. KD2 VNU, return it back to the net.
Roger that, 73 Steve Dan. Now we're going to send on to KR4 DSN, Nick in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Please come now.
Hi, Ivan, Carlos, and the rest of the net. For me, my favorite would be German chocolate cake, especially when they go heavy on the coconut. And since you don't see it in restaurants very often, it's such a treat to get it. So that's my favorite, German chocolate cake. Back to the net control.
After that, 73 Steve Nick. Now we're going to send on to W3 ICQ, Bob in Leesburg, Florida. Please come now.
Good evening, Ivan. Put me down for cheesecake with strawberries on top. W3 ICQ, back to the net.
After that, Bob, 73 Steve. Now we're going to send on to AA6 SB, Steven in San Rafael, California. Please come now.
Renting to find that this evening. I'm going to go with a nice warm oatmeal cookie with ice cream. Thanks again. Back to you, AI6SB.
After that, 73 Steve Steven, Narcobass and on to KANR, Neil in Buckhannon, okay, West Virginia. There we go. All right, down to you.
Good evening, Ivan, and everyone on the net. Very good job on the net tonight. I guess I'm kind of guilty of never meeting a calorie that I didn't like, but if I have to pick one out over the pile, it'd probably be homemade apple pie. It has to be homemade with the real good plump apples and things, and ice cream is great too. Hey, 73, take care, back to net.
That 73 Steve Neal, Narcobass and down to K7DMK, David in Mesa, Arizona. Please come out.
Hello, Ivan in the net. Doing a good job tonight. Got lots of check-ins. That's a good deal. Yeah, boy, there's so many good things to eat. I like this stuff that's called Edwards Turtle Cream Pie. You saw it at the grocery store. Comes in the freezer section. It's a chocolate pie with a great crust and nuts and, oh boy, too many calories. K7DMK.
In Glensville, New York. Please come now.
This is Chris, Kilo Echo 2, Bravo Charlie Lima in Glens Falls, New York. Somebody just stole my thunder, but, maybe it's one of the popular things. And I have it sitting in the freezer now waiting for the right day. It's cheesecake with strawberries on top. But I want to make a comment about the fresh fruit. And I hadn't thought of that as a dessert, but I love my fruit. So perhaps fresh fruit with strawberries, lots of strawberries, blueberries, all of it, on top of it, a cheesecake. KE2BCL, and good evening.
All right, 73 to you, Chris. Now we're going to pass on down to the birthday man here, W7FTM, Alex, in Scottsdale, Arizona. He is the trivia net controller, if anyone didn't know. Down to you, Alex. Happy birthday.
Well, thank you, Ivan, and everybody else, too, that wished me happy birthday. It was very nice. And hello, Carlos and Vicky. Well, I'm Italian, so I always take the cannoli, but I'd be honest with you, my favorite dessert is pistachio baklava from an Iranian bakery. There's something about Persian baklava that, especially pistachio in it, that beats any of the others I've tried. So, unfortunately, I didn't have it for my birthday because it's hard to find an Iranian bakery around here. But Anyway, thanks, Ivan. Appreciate it, buddy. W7FTM back to net control.
Alright, yeah, 73 Alex there. Alright, Northwest come down to KE4ZIQ. Let's see here. We have Sumter and, hold on, I don't know if the name's wrong there. The name matches the location there. If that ain't their name though, Sumter, then that's pretty cool. That's a cool name there. Yeah, and Sumter, South Carolina. Oh, that's, never mind. Down to you.
Net control, I think you're asking for Kilo Echo 4 Zulu Yankee Quebec. Is that who you're calling?
Not bad.
Yeah, Ivan, yeah, it's Kilo Echo 4 Zulu Yankee Quebec, Joe in Clinton Township, Michigan. And my answer would be freshly baked, still kind of warm, oatmeal raisin cookies with a little bowl of vanilla ice cream. Good job for the YouthNet, and glad you met your there on a number of check-ins. Have a good evening, KE4ZYQ. Back to net.
Alright guys, now I have a... Okay, if we want to be compared to the morning brunette here, we have to get 71 check-ins. That's 5 more to go. Soon here, Carlos is going to check call in and outs because the net is at its overtime here. So we're running overtime, but I think the guys from Morning Brew probably do that for a couple minutes too. No top check-ins, but just in and outs. And yes, we need to get to 71 to be compared to them. To beat them, we have to get to 72. Now, last night they got to 142, which they have 2 hours, so we have 1. So, multiply 71 times 2, that's 142 check-ins. Alright guys, let's go here. Down to Carlos, you want to call for some in and outs? Can we get at least 5? Down to you.
Kilo 9 Bravo Yankee Uniform, K9BYU in Denver, Colorado.
Sierra, Shane in Beaumont, over.
Net control. Kilo Foxtrot Echo Yankee Echo, KF8EYE.
Okay, this is Carlos N1CBM. As Ivan was saying, we're going to do ins and outs. We already had the 66 check-ins at 50 after the hour. At 8:50, we already technically had the 66 check-ins. Let's see if we can get a couple more in and outs to get the 72 check-ins, and we'll call it a net. This is Carlos N1CBM, ins and outs only, please.
Kilo Echo 8 Lima Hotel Zulu, KE8LHZ, in and out.
Whiskey 8, Romeo Oscar Yankee, W8ROY, Roy in Michigan, in and out. Good evening, all.
N0BHF, in and out.
Let's see if I can squeeze in there. KF6SWO, Kilo Fox 6, Sierra Whiskey Lima, Southern Arizona.
Kilo Echo 2, Delta Lima Tango, KE2, VLT, in and out.
N6QDY, N6QDY, IO.
Okay, that's great. 77 check-ins, but we have a couple of call signs we have to verify here. Just one. CRA, a call sign with Charlie Romeo Alpha. CRA, come back again, please. Sign with CRA, anything like that on the previous 30 seconds that was checking in and out? Nothing heard. We'll remove that from the list. And from the bottom up, we have N6QDY, KE2DLT, KC2BET, KF6SWL, N0BHF, W8ROY, KE8LHC, KF8EYE, KA5GSS, and K9ZYU. We had 77 check-ins. Multiply that times 2, it's 154. So we are there with the morning brew. This is Carlos, N1CBM. And on behalf of Vicky and the ECR High Brass, we're so proud of the ECR people, the ECR family, everybody. Thank you for helping us reaching this goal. I'm going to send it once again to Ivan K2EGF. He's going to close the net and going to read the stats. Thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend ahead.
There's a correction. It's Kilo 9 Bravo Yankee uniform. Kilo 9 Bravo Yankee uniform.
Roger that there. We got your correction in K9BYU. This is Kilo Echo 2, Echo Golf Foxtrot. We got you in there. All right, so for this tonight, okay, we had a very nice net. We had a total of 77 check-ins here. Absolutely smashed the record. You know, that's double of what we used to get. So this is great, guys. I really appreciate it. Could not be better. It really couldn't. Hold on a second here. Just did something with the log real quick. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyways, yeah, that's crazy, guys. Next time you go to the, next time you guys see the morning brew, next time you guys check into the morning brew, you gotta tell them, I can't believe that the Usenet beat you guys. Anyways, yeah, don't actually do that, but yeah, they're good people. Especially Bill there. Anyways, well, and Jeff, yeah. They're all great people. Anyways, let's see here. All right. Because of the fact there were so many desserts, I'm just going to share our top 2. All right. Or top 3, I should say. So first place, we had apple pie, which we had 5 people that said that, covering 9.6%. Then in second place, we had blueberry pie, with 3 people saying that, which covered 5.8%. We had strawberry pie at 3.8% with 2 people. Oatmeal cookies were in there at 3.8%. There's all these ones that tied for second place. If you want, you can look at the logs. Yeah, cheesecake had 2. You know, they all tied. We did really good anyway. But yeah, long story short, apple pie is in first, and blueberry pie is in second. All right, the best call district got first for the most check-ins here. We had, drumroll please, call district number 2 with 18 check-ins from them. And in second place is the second best, call district number 4. And third place is probably the third best, number 8. Number 4 had 15 check-ins, and number 8 had 13. All right, well, that's all the stats for tonight. I appreciate everyone for coming in and checking in tonight. We really appreciate it. You know, we're considerably better than the morning brew now. If we had 2 hours, theoretically, we would get more check-ins than them. Well, we probably also have to move it into the daytime, so that people won't be going to bed on us. But anyways, yeah, all right. Well, like I said, thanks everyone for checking in tonight. We really appreciate it. I'm going to say 73s here, and this is KE2EGF. I will be terminating this part of the East Coast Reflector Usenet. 73s, everyone. Have a good one. This is KE2EGF, returning.